Welcome back, everybody, to our second of 3 Starladder matches of the day. It's No Tidehunter versus Fota. I'm LD. I'm joined here by WebS. You are watching Beyond the Summit. And, well, No Tidehunter has already secured themselves a spot in the Grand Finals. The Land Finals, I should say, not the Grand Finals. The Land Finals, which should be held in Kiev, I imagine, once again. Very exciting stuff for them, but still, they are playing for seeding. Obviously, you want to walk in as that number 1, or at least number 2 seed, if possible. Should be a game where they're heavily... You never know in Starladder, it's best out of 1, so anything can happen. WebS, how you doing?
I'm good, I'm excited for this game. It's gonna be fun to see, already seeing the picks going through quite far, and we got some nice heroes in the pool already. So it should be an interesting game. We'll have to see what Fota, if they can stand up against No Tidehunter now. With No Tidehunter having their new roster, we've been seeing them playing quite well. And like you said, they already secured their spot, but you don't want to start losing just because of that. You want to try and get high seeding, of course.
Yeah, it's interesting. They have a ridiculous 5-man at this point already, with Darkseer, Mag, and Chen picked up between Hand of God, Vacuum Wall, Skewer, Shockwave, and RP. Good luck fighting into this team if you get to the mid-game without having shut them down a little bit. I'm a little disappointed, though, because we were actually ready to play me, Shiver, Wepas, and Casper, Matrix as well. We were all in the slots, ready to go, standing for Fota, but then they showed up. So, disappointingly enough, we won't get to have our Starladder debut today, but we'll make up for that later on. Still, I'm sure it'll be more entertaining this way for you guys. So, the Prophet now getting banned. Seeing Fota's lineup, they do have a strong split push with the Luna and the Nyx Assassin. Luna obviously good at pushing, and Nyx not good at pushing himself, but good at creating room to split push, simply because you always have to be worried about him ganking you. It's going to put attacks on No Tidehunter, but they have a strong 5-man, and Nyx Assassin is not really that scary against 5-man lineups if he doesn't have an early powerful start, because you know, you can get an Impale off, but he's really designed to instill terror in lineups that are spreading the map, that aren't grouped up, picking heroes off who are isolated. That'll work through the early and the mid game, but come the sort of that 20-25 minute mark, if No Tide start grouping up, this Nyx won't be able to do a whole lot unless they're quite a bit ahead. So right now, I'm favoring No Tidehunter's draft quite a bit, unless Fota can have a really dominant laning stage, and they go for another split pusher. This is really the strength of their draft. I like the choice. The Queen of Pain can shut down Mag mid. Will need to do so, though, because if they don't have a dominant start, I don't see them being able to stand up to the 5v5 of No Tide. Speaking of 5v5, now we get a Void.
Yeah, quite common picks coming out from No Tidehunter. You see the Lifestealer as well as the Gyro being both banned out. So quite obvious that they were going to go for their Faceless Void. Pretty much the third carry they always go for, and the Lone Druid, of course, being banned out quite early on. But like you were saying, the Nyx Assassin, I do like that pick from Fota, but on the other hand, as you mentioned as well, the 5-man potential coming out from No Tidehunter, they're always going to have sentries with them, of course, because Shen most likely is going to be able to farm that up in the jungle. And then just going as 5-man, Nyx probably won't be able to get that get those pickups that he wants to. But Venomancer's the last pick now for Fota. That's their second support, most likely.
Yeah, interesting choice. I want to point out one important thing in the draft here is that No Tidehunter having that second pick, their last pick of the first phase, they saw the Luna already secured by Fota with their second and third picks, and they said, we're going to pick Chen because Eclipse is not going to scratch us. We have all those Chen creeps on the field. That was a really smart counter pick by them. Chen, one of the best heroes in the game to deal with Luna's Eclipse damage if positioned properly, and it's Ake, so generally you can count on his creeps being in good position. The Veno, the choice here for Fota. Generally, you pick this hero up for lane dominance, and normally you think of, when you think of Venomancer, you think of an aggressive tri-lane with him. It's a good counter pusher, but you don't want to be in a position where you're trying to deal with the push of No Tide. If you've gotten to that point, it's advantage No Tidehunter just because they have the better 5-man. They have the better pushing lineup, the natural mech builder in the Chen, the natural pipe builder in the Darkseer, or you can mix it up and just have the Chen go straight for something else, and the Darkseer build the mech. But yeah, I'm feeling for Fota like this laning stage is going to be 100% crucial. And a typical No Tidehunter will be for Ake to just get really greedy, probably rush something like a Midas if he's not under too much pressure. Wonder what No Tide's last pick will be. They are going to need that hard support for Eggum. And who's left in the pool? There's really not a whole lot. I guess stuff like Lina, Leshrac are viable options, but the top tier supports are out of the pool. Keeper of the Light, Shadow Demon, and of course Rubik picked up by Fota. None of those will be available.
Yeah, both Lina and Leshrac, though, kind of needs the setup stun, but most of the times the pro players are good enough to get the stuns, though. But it's really preferable to have a setup stun coming out from that. But if Shen can come out from the lane or from the jungle with a good creep, they could get that setup stun that they want to.
Maybe a Vengeful Spirit then.
Could be a good choice as well. We'll have to see though, but kind of need a ranged support, and we're gonna see a Windrunner, as it feels like that's most likely. Yeah, Agam is gonna pick up that as a ranged support for Loda.
Yeah, let's see how they're gonna lane this one. If you're on no tide, you probably are going to have a bit of a tough time in the tri-lane just in terms of your Void actually getting farmed. So if you're Fota, Nyx Assassin, Rubik, Veno, pretty strong tri-lane, but with the Windrunner pick, she can trade blows effectively with any of these supports. No problem at all. We'll see if Fota goes aggressive. They are very level dependent. They don't really have a killer tri-lane, but it's a solid one with the Veno, Rubik, Nyx. You can also throw the Luna into the mix, potentially run the Nyx and the Queen of Pain as your two solos, send the Nyx mid, send the Queen of Pain to the safe lane. As Luna would be great with 3 ranged heroes for the bonus damage, but a bit risky as they are going to rely heavily on her getting an early eclipse to do anything in the mid game. So we'll see how they lane it. I think those are the 2 main options. Either tri-lane with the Luna and run the Nyx and the Queen of Pain as solos, or probably the more likely choice, which is going to be to tri-lane with the Nyx Assassin, Rubik, and Veno. And maybe run that defensive tri-lane. So let's see exactly how they're going to lane this one. On the side of Fota, we have Prepare for Battle. Playing... Oh, hello, Rubik. That's a... It looks a little wonky, his stride here, but that's an awesome outfit. So Prepare for Battle on the Rubik. Decked out to all hell. Die on the Luna. We have Wapska on the Nyx Assassin, Smoke, and Sentry. So we'll be a support Nyx this game. And TRP playing the Queen of Pain. Last but not least, ST1GMA. God, that's an annoying name. Are they going level 1 Roche as well, or are they just going for a kill? Let's see. No, decent number of salves. Oh, they are going to go for it. They have the wards from the... Nope, they're baiting it. Looks like they're baiting it. Are they going high ground? Oh, here we go. Looking right now for no tide. Gonna try and find that first blood. It looks like they might catch Ake. Rubik's leading the way. This is a perfect setup. Hello, Ake. Lift him in. Throw him down. Where's that impale? There you go. The Gale can be used, but they don't even need it. Surprise. And he's just overwhelmed and brought down. A great start for Fota.
Yeah, and a really good pickoff kill, but before we get into it, of course, going over the lineup of No Tidehunter's side, Admiral Bulldog picking up that Darkseer, going for the top lane. S4, of course, playing the mag mid. Ake, who just got first blooded, playing that Shen. Not going to hurt him too much since the creeps aren't out yet. And not losing too much gold, of course. It's going to help out Fota, but I don't think his jungling won't be hurt too much. And then we got Loda playing the Faceless Void, and of course, EGM playing that Windrunner down in the bottom lane is going to support Loda.
Yeah, so Fota is running an aggressive tri-lane with a Luna, and that means that they'll have really strong damage. It's not going to be the Nyx as one of the solos, though. It's actually going to be the Rubik going mid. So the Rubik Prepare for Battle is going to rush a bottle, play that solo mid roll, and this actually feels like a solid choice as well, simply because there are so many important spells to steal this game. Things like Surge, Shockwave, RP, Chronosphere, Hand of God. All of these can be game-changing spells to steal them early. The only issue is going to be that the Nyx may not get many levels out of this tri-lane. We'll have to see if they can keep Loda down. Of course, Ake, known for his good rotations early out of the jungle when his team is getting aggressive tri-lane, but he hasn't gotten the best creeps for it yet, just the Satyr Tormentor, so he'll be sitting in the jungle. The question is, can Fota actually kill anyone in this lane? With a Windrunner and a Void, this is one of the hardest combos in the game to actually bring them down, because there's Backtrack, Time Walk, and of course Windrun. Not an easy lane to find a kill.
Ake noticing that pretty much his whole jungle is warded up right now, and there are some really good wards coming out from Fota. Really hard to find here. They need couriers and stuff to kind of scout them out to make sure that they can find the wards, but pretty much all the camps except for one of the big camps are locked down, and Ake moving in anyways with the Satire, but it's gonna get picked off though.
So they're not doing well. Obviously, Loda's not getting a whole lot of CS out of this tri-lane, although we see him getting some last hits now. But the trade is there because Bulldog is a Darkseer against the Queen of Pain, and there's really nobody 1v1 who could stop a Darkseer from farming like this. Queen of Pain certainly can't in the offlane. Bulldog not only creep skipping, but also farming the enemy small camp periodically. You can see he's already killed it off once. He may go actually check the rune while farming these creeps. We'll have to see. Or maybe do some additional stacking, but he's getting a ton of CS. Queen of Pain chewing through a regen quickly. So sure, Void's not farming that much. Luna's going to have the edge in that lane with the aggressive tri-lane, but they're getting Chen farmed to some extent. Oh, he's actually just not able to find these wards. So yeah, maybe not getting that much for Ake. Maybe he should even go aggressive jungle, because they're not going to get much out of this lane, but they're getting the trade for the Darkseer, and the Mag is getting decent CS mid. So all things considered, it's not a disaster for No Tide. I would say breaking even mid, winning top, and then having the jungler, even though they're losing bottom, not the end of the world.
Yeah, I just have to point out, I do love this Rubik set. It's just too awesome, this new Rubik set.
Oh no, Veno's actually going to go down bottom. There's your win run from Eggum. No, the salve, just sufficient. Almost finds the kill. Oh, he actually will go down in the end. The creep looks like it did the final damage there. Ake comes in with the net. Impale, not enough. They get a double kill. Ake is here with the Dark Troll Warlord already throughout the net. Now going to be backing off. Veno TP's back in. Not going to be able to find a kill, though. And No Tide showing the durability of their lane. Void with a poor man shield and 5 base armor, not easy to kill. Same for a Windrunner. Veno gets greedy, tanks the creeps, and he pays.
And great play from No Tide Hunter. They really need to... Like, if they can shut down this aggressive trialing coming up from fota, they're not going to get too much since they're talking about it up top. Darkseer going up against that Queen of Pain. Darkseer getting quite a lot of farm, so... He's not going to be shut down anytime soon.
I mean, look at this. He's almost a level ahead of TRP, and the issue is TRP's trying to harass him, but you can't play the lane this way because you're missing CS at your tower when you do it. It sucks that the Darkseer gets free farm, but the trade, not really that good either for the Queen of Pain. We'll stop Bulldog from creep skipping for the moment, but can ferry an additional salve, maybe look to go... Well, driving him out, but... If he has to go back to base, not the end of the world. He's already level 5. Queen of Pain still diving, looking for an additional Bleak Scream. May actually be able to kill Bulldog off here. Bulldog has that surge. He's juking. She's going to start tanking some tower shots. She's thinking about it. She's going to have to back in the end. And takes a ton of damage for her trouble. Not really worth it in my book, since Bulldog's already got a lot of regen, can simply ferry a salve and be back in business. In fact, that's what he's going to do right now. And then the Tranquil Boots come soon. It's just not a matchup where the Queen of Pain can shut down the Darkseer, even in the safe lane, just because, well, it's Darkseer, and he can creep skip.
Yeah, and if you look over to the last hits as well, Bulldog actually got 32 last hits already, while the Queen of Pain only got 16. Those... Or farming the PC camp helping out on the middle lane though. Ake moving in, and S4 is going to be able to clean up the kill. And the Rubik here actually gets splits between two of them. But great rotation from Ake going into mid, helping out S4, getting a kill, and shutting down the Rubik right before he's level 6. So it's going to delay his spell steal quite a bit.
Yeah, nice initiation there. They start with the net. It sets up an S4 skewer. That's all she wrote. Also, S4 has RP. They're going to have a very early mech from Bulldog because he's up against the Queen of Pain 1v1. And with those two, that ability and that item, they can look to 5-man bottom, probably wipe this tri-lane and then push. Luna's not going to have Eclipse for a long time. Nyx isn't going to have his ult for a long time. It's the danger of running a hero like Nyx, like the Luna in an aggressive tri-lane. Loda also catching up on CS, in fact, pretty much even right now at the Luna City at 17-3. And just Ake, what else can you say about this guy? His entire jungle feels like it's warded off. But doesn't matter. He's still farming. He's up to level 4. He's ganked both lanes successfully, having a big impact and showing that it takes a little bit more than a few wards to shut his Chen play down.
Yeah, he's great at finding experience, like you said. Level 4 already, even though 3 camps were warded off in his jungle. He managed to deward the big camp in the middle of those, so can't go and pick up creeps there, but his rotations has really helped out, getting in some extra experience and really not feeling the wards in his jungle, or it doesn't feel like they've been doing the effect that they were meant to do, at least.
I have a feeling Loda's still going to try to build a Midas this game. Doesn't matter that he's been shut down early. We'll see, though. He certainly is not going to have a fast one if he does. Bulldog, up to the Tranquil Boots, has double Stout Shield, which does have diminishing returns, but will still give you a little bit of additional damage blocks. Not a horrible choice when you're, especially since you're taking creep damage. Obviously, if it's just hero damage, a poor man shield is going to be the better choice. And prepare for battle, going for the bottom rune. It is going to be denied by Ake from high ground to low ground. Has double creeps. Right as they go in, Ake arrives. The timing on this guy. First hit bash from Loda. Shackle is going to hit on Shaco, or Wapshka rather. Wapshka on the run, taking some damage. An additional time lock will bring him down if they can get that bash. Not going to be there. Here comes S4. RP Skewer catches 2. Shock brings him down. Arcane Boots up, and suddenly No Tide are pushing your aggressive tri-lane after wiping it pretty much as expected. They didn't even need to bring in the Darkseer. Nothing really going Fota's way.
And great rotation from S4 coming in as well there, making sure that No Tide Hunter keeping the Luna to stay down there and see if we can help his Nyx assassin out, and then S4 coming from above and getting a great 2-man RP and a double kill as well. And this tower should be going down fairly easy. Next creep wave coming in soon, but they still have shockwaves and stuff to stop the enemy creep wave, but they're gonna get it before Lona going in.
Chrono's there, power shot as well, nice impale, but it's too late, the damage is done. Venno will fall on top of it all. Now 8-1, and they have the Hand of God already, 7.5 minutes in after warding almost the entire jungle up. Ake still hits level 6 this early, so he pops the Hand of God. Now they're pushing, they have the Reign of Basilius up on him, and this is going to mean an early 2 towers. This is disaster for fota, and the issue is they ran 2 of their strongest mid-game heroes, the Nyx, as well as the Luna, in a tri-lane. Rubik can do some things. He can try and bring them back into this game a bit, but I don't think it's going to be enough. It's looking really bad for fota. 2 of their most important mid-game tempo heroes with a slow start, nowhere near their crucial level 6, and even if they get it, still gonna be squishy. There's S4, skewers in. Now the shackle shot not gonna latch. Something was stolen. It was the skewer. Can they kill off this mag? Not just yet. Loda jumps in, kills off 1, manning up on the tower. May pay for this overextension a little bit. There is a Lucid Beam, but he wands up an additional shockwave, hits 2. S4 doing big damage. Now Rubik on the run, can steal a spell, skewers away, zaps 1 down. Loda's gonna back off. They lose the Windrunner, but Shockwave's just being spammed left, right, and center. Lucent Beam's not doing nearly as much damage. And meanwhile, a Wild Admiral Bulldog, what do you know? Mechanism's gonna be out probably by that 10, 11 minute mark. Maybe 11 and a half minutes. And once they have that, they have RP. They're still going. Skewer's here from S4. He's gonna kill off the Luna while being sent back to base. Sensational play from No Tide. Fantastic coordination. Now it's 10-2, and I don't know how fota comes back into this game.
It's going to be very tough, especially like you said, the mechanism is going to be up on the Darkseer quite soon, meaning that Ake can go for Arcane Boots as well as moving in, maybe even to a Necrobook if he wants to go for super push, or just drums to help him out and some more pushing power. But then, if you look over to S4 as well, he's got 1400 gold already, so his Blink Dagger is going to be up fairly soon as well, and that's going to be very devastating for fota. Just having to look out for that Blink RP. And S4's the first RP he did, he got a double kill from it, so...
And they're looking to go again. Uh-oh. Are they going to vacuum through the trees to initiate this? He's not going to be quite in range to skewer. Queen of Pain is wise to their tricks, will back off, but where do you go now if you're fota to find that experience? There's the map is quickly feeling constricted. They're still looking to go top in Queen of Pain, just out of range for that skewer. Not quite in position. He's about to find the angle though. Skewer's in, vacuumed into the RP, and this is death for Queen of Pain. Down she'll go. Mega kill for S4. There's pretty much your mechanism. Just needs this tower, which they will get. They're going to rotate top. They're smoked up. Rubik's going to hoof his way over, but feels like it's too late. No glyph. Tower should fall.
Tower should fall, definitely. And the Blink Dagger is going to be up on S4. Getting this last hit on the tower. 2,300 gold. They're coming in from the side. Nyx Assassin is going to miss the stun. This could be a bad decision for fota, but it looks like S4 might go down. Hand of God going out. Surge coming out as well. He's gonna run, but he's gonna go down in the end.
Didn't
Almost
buy
lost
the
his
blink.
Dagger.
Yeah, didn't buy the blink. Meanwhile, bottom lane, there's your Chronosphere as well as the power shot. Die dropping low. One more auto attack finishes the job. And all of a sudden, a Wild Loda is higher farmed than everybody on fota's team, and they ran an aggressive tri-lane specifically to shut him and Ake down. Ake hasn't been shut down either. Bulldog diving top, has the mech, has 5 wand charges, not going to dive all the way, but now they can just pressure all the lanes. They don't even have to 5-man, because this Nyx, even when he hits level 6, these heroes are not necessarily one-shot kills, and Loda goes for his patented Midas. Loda invented Hand of Midas, in case you haven't heard. And, well, they're going to get yet another tower bottom. The team that ran the aggressive tri-lane is just reaping the whirlwind at this point. All the aggression in the world going the other way. They may kill off Loda, though. Nice Queen of Pain ultimate, not backtracked. Loda's probably cursing the RNG gods as we speak. Power shot thrown out by Windrunner. Eggum looks to be in a bit of trouble. Boxed in, picked off. Down will go. Finally, they get on the board. Immediate buyback from Loda, knowing that ult is down. Here comes S4. Skewers in, kills off Die. How many times has Die died? 6 deaths already. 11.5 minutes in. Of all the heroes to have 6 deaths, Luna, the last one this team could afford to have them with.
Yeah, one of the problems with running the Nyx Assassin in the tri-lane right now, with Shen having so much farm already, he's got no trouble at all picking up sentries. As we see, he's going Invis in now to mid though to see if he can catch Admiral Bulldog.
Has the RP, not gonna go just yet. There's your Chen stuns. Beautifully done by Ake. Nice micro there. Where's the follow-up though? Wapchka on the run. Ake in a bit of trouble. Here comes Loda, who did buy back for this, remember? And it looks like Wapchka will fall. Now on to prepare for battle. We still have not seen an RP. S4's run all the way back towards mid. He got driven off from the fight, but prepare for battle is probably going to die to the Ion Shell, maybe to the power shot. Not going to be thrown. A nice 3 hero stun by that telekinesis. Doesn't matter. Eclipse deployed as well, but the Chen creeps tank it, as mentioned earlier. Such a good counter to a hero like Luna, especially when she's under farm like this. The buyback from the Rubik will TP back in. Drops a power shot. Queen of Pain lurking on the high ground. Loda may die again. Drops the chrono. Will fall after a buyback, but there's your 2-hero RP. There's your shackle from Eggum. Down they'll go. The Rubik will bounce back will also die. Hand of God flies out. TRP still dishing, trying to do what he can, but probably gonna have to run in a moment. Maybe able to finish off S4 if he's not sent back to base. Chen is here. The mech is here from the darks here. Bulldog keeps him alive. Turns it around. Queen of Pain on the run. 4 heroes dead after a buyback from Rubik, so that's really 5 heroes dead, and it's almost 6, but in the end, they only get 5, and they want to go high ground now. 7, 1, and 5 on Admiral, or on S4. I gotta say, this guy has been playing out of his mind for really the past few months now. Such a solid mid.
He's playing very, very well, and just a great fight overall from No Titan there. S4 being forced away a bit in the start, though, fighting against the Queen of Pain, getting the Shadow Strikes. He couldn't get a Blink RP, but still coming in later in the fight, getting a good 2-man RP, and just keeps on getting good farm right now. And it looks like they want to go for this mid tower. If they can get Load up here, he's farming the jungle. Might just move up to mid right now.
S4 in a bit of trouble, blinks in, but gets thrown up in the air, so he cannot get the skewer off. Now Bulldog trapped under the tower. Queen of Pain dropping fairly low, eats an additional skewer, still not enough, or shockwave, still not enough to bring her down. Throws in the ult. S4 down to 20 HP, is gonna live. Chen could send him back. Will he do so? S4 jumps in again. Taunting TRP, now surged in, needs 1 auto attack with this double damage rune, will secure the kill, but it looks like in the end will just be running away. Prepare for battle now, surrounded with the Ion Shell damage, burning him to bits. He will fall. Bulldog can surge the Centaur in. There's a stomp. Will he do so? He will. Looking for the stomp. Gonna land it. No, too late. Venomancer may yet live, but it's small consolation because your Luna is not farming. They're getting all the kills in the world, and it looks like Queen of Pain wants to go back in, but can't find the openings. I mean, no Tidehunter, just a well-oiled machine, and Fota already down by 13k gold. Even mid lane, still more action breaking out. Loda gets a backtrack. First backtrack that I've seen him get in an important moment this game. Has the chrono. Not going in yet. Will probably look to turn around in chrono in a moment's time, but the Queen of Pain illusions are driving him back, so it won't be a surprise. Bulldog doing what he can, which is to say, just butchering the Queen of Pain. A vacuum power shot combo brings her down. The Bulldog special on the menu. Only $2 yet. He wants some more gold. He wants this Venom. The earn charge should be sufficient to bring him down. He's dropping low. He is gonna live just barely at that. Bulldog surging away. It looks like there's your Eclipse doing some good damage to Ake, who the creeps are not gonna actually be seen, so they don't take any damage. But a blink in, an RP on 2, a skewer as well, and the shockwave. Oh, not even a skewer yet, just the shockwave is all that needs. All she wrote for Fota. 23-8. What an absolute stomp this has turned into.
Yeah, No Titan just keeps on putting the pressure the whole time. They see how strong their team is, and it looks like their whole team is pretty much going for Vanguards just to make sure that they can't be killed in fights. The Vitality Booster is up on Shen, as well as Vanguard being up on S4, and he's gonna try and get the Nyx Assassin here, but he goes invis, uses his ultimate to get away. EGM trying to run away now. He's getting chased though. Loda's here.
Oh, Loda! Loda! Oh no! Shackle on Wapshka as well. Loda could have maybe just dropped a blind chrono there, anticipating the Nyx would come high ground, but doesn't take the risk and pays for it.
Yeah. And a good pickup there to get Loda, but still, the rest of the team of No Titan, they're still getting a lot of farm. And even the supports are getting so much farm right now. Ake up to 1200 HP. Got a Bracer as well as a Vitality Booster, and like I said, they might just go for full-out Vanguards on their team to tank up.
And S4 is just manning up into 3 heroes right now. You could have cliffed him here. That's one clip that you can still use even after the nerf. Prepare for battle, gets shackled. Taking big damage, should be dropping here very soon. Just a few more auto attacks, additional shockwave perhaps. All that's needed. Doing what he can in the meantime. Nice juke by S4. Dodging the Impale. Looking to go back in on Luna, who does not have Eclipse back up yet because it's only level 1. There's your vacuum. Onto the high ground. A horrible pit of destruction now deployed, as well as the Darkseer ult, pushing Wapshka out of that, but it doesn't matter. Down will go. Shockwave as well. S4 just doing all the damage in the world. 8-1-9 for him. Everybody on No Tide padding their stats to all hell. Hagen gives chase. One more auto attack. That's all you need. Triple for Eggum. The tri-lane 5-position support. An additional shackle. An additional kill. Ultra for Eggum. And when the 5 position on the enemy team is getting ultra kills at 17 minutes, you know you are getting absolutely massacred.
Wow, just no Titans are rolling over fota right now and really showing why they're one of the best teams in Europe at the moment.
They've looked a lot stronger since they made the roster change. You know, I personally really like Envy a lot as a person, and I enjoy his analysis of the way he talks about the game, but you got to admit, this new Tidehunter, they seem focused, reinvigorated. It seems to be working for them, whether it was the roster change, whether it was just a change of scenery. You know, sometimes it's not even the player that you're replacing, it's just having something new and fresh. Like we saw with Na'Vi, Light of Heaven, Arsart, fantastic players, but we're seeing the benefits of a new roster now. Blinken bottom lane, onto Queen of Pain, Shackle as well. Only a level 1 Shackle. Like, how did that Shackle wear off so quickly? I'm a bit confused here. Ake dropping quickly, will actually fall as a result, and the fight gets turned around. There's no RP. Looks like this isn't going to be sufficient in the end. Blinken for the Queen of Pain, an additional Scream. The Shackle not going to latch. Power on 3. There's your Skewer. Manning up his Loda in the back lines with an Ion Shell. Bulldog vacuums them all into no cleave yet, but just the right clicks of Loda and the Ion Shell. There's another 4 heroes dead. It's a total bloodbath for No Tidehunter. No life for fota. Just consistently getting butchered and really thrown up on the meat rack. And it's time, I think, for No Tide to end this game.
Yeah, their farm is really up there. So you can see Loda actually getting his Vanguard done. Rotovator's up on the Windrunner. And then Ake still just with that Vid Booster. Skewer is gonna bring fota or die out. He's gonna get brought down once again. Instantly by boys back. Still only level 1 Eclipse, being level 10. Just smoking base for no real reason.
Aoi 2000 and Fog will be proud. There is a Rod of Atos up on Eggum. There's your Time Walk in. Onto the Venomancer. Mana from Void. Vanguard, as you mentioned, so good for these early game clashes. Just makes them really hard to burst down. Out comes the Queen of Pain. Has the ult. Will deliver. This is going to be an overextension from No Time, but there's your Skewer. No RP just yet. Skewered after being shackled, and they're taking a lot of damage. Die dropping low. Test of Faith finishes the job. TRP trying to run. Earned up, taking some big damage, driven back to the fountain. Shackle not going to latch this time. The vacuum actually working against it, but won't matter. They still get the kill. Buyback from everybody on No Tide and their mothers. Why the hell not? Finish the racks, end the game. There's an RP on the way. If fota try and fight, they're probably getting team wiped again in their base. Here we go. S4 is going to jump for it in a second. No, he actually gets hit by the Scream. Can't use that Blink Dagger. Settles for the Skewer. Settles for the 2-man RP. And a Shackle shot again. It's almost like they're not even trying. RP was stolen by the Rubik, but it really doesn't make a difference. They're too tanky. They mech up. They chase again. Veno eats an additional nuke, a power shot as well, a vacuum on top of it all. Skewer cooling down in 10 seconds time. Luda has Eclipse in 100 seconds, which is to say does not have Eclipse, and that's going to be it. And I can't even believe they're still playing. I mean, this is one of the worst beatdowns I've seen in recent memory. Over 20k gold lead. In fact, over 25k gold lead at 20 minutes. An additional blink in. There's your Skewer. Oh my goodness, fota. I mean, give them credit. They just will not give up, but whether they like to or not, the throne is going to die fairly soon.
Yeah, Loda really didn't want to come back to the fight. He's actually picked up a hood as well. So we're just getting so much farm, even though they're dying and buying back. Gold is really up there. CC vacuum in on the Venomancer, and he's going to take a lot of damage. Rotovator's coming out. It looks like he's going to go down. Ake taking a lot of damage as well from the Nyx Assassin. S4 trying to get an eye on him, and he's going to manage to get it.
Oh, man.
Yeah.
God, he's playing so well today. There's your 2-hero Impale. Wapshka looking to go back in. The Ion Shell Bulldog. Nice by Carapace. Everybody gets vacuumed in. That one, Windrun away from the Rubik, but doesn't really matter. Just trying to escape. Everybody standing and fighting. They still haven't left this base. I feel like they've been fighting constantly since the 10-minute mark for 11 minutes straight. And boy, oh boy, is it working out wonderfully. That early mech is just so good for these kinds of clashes, as well as the double arcane. Queen of Pain trying to do the damage, not there, has to blink away. They still haven't gotten the second lane of Rax. Somebody on No Tide is probably saying, hey, let's get that lane of Rax fairly soon. Loda has the Battle Fury cosmetic. I gotta say, this is my favorite Faceless Void hammer, or in this case, axe. It's pretty badass. He's actually the one building pipe. or Hood at least, gets the Vitality booster, and Desolator up for S4. I mean, not really a standard mag item, but can certainly get away with it now.
Yeah, with the farm he has, it's for sure be able to. Wow, that shackle.
What are these shackles? What is this game from Eggum? Really sensational play. I mean, it's like vacuum into 2 hero shackles, shackle and 2 hero shackle into RP. Doesn't even matter. Every possible combination you can dream up is happening. It reminds me of one of those cooking shows where they just throw like ketchup and mustard and all these weird meats, and somehow it ends up in a delicious feast. There's your RP, there's your AoE, and down they'll go. And the creeps are the couriers ring around the rosy. Just a bit of additional gold for No Tide. Pad those stats for more. It looks like Eggum has worked his way to #1 fragger this game. 13, 3, and 22. 35 kill participation for him out of 45 total. And on that note, the end has come. But Dai won't give up. He goes in with the ult. Will pay for it again. An additional life lost into the meat grinder. And out comes the stakes.
And like you said, the curry is coming out, so the game is for sure over, but no Tidehunter just getting more and more kills, and fota not want to tap out, not when it's this close to just losing the game, so we're just gonna sit it out and wait, since it's only 1 base tower left and the throne to go down.
Damn it!
Bulldog actually managed to get a kill.
Totally missed that one. No idea what happened, but Shackle, oh, again from Eggum! This is just target practice, honestly. My man, playing like a boss. And now Queen of Pain on the run. Loda looking for those cleaves. Not finding the better picks up a kill on Bulldog in the fountain. Down he goes. Double damage Deso on S4. Just slicing and dicing. Crystallis as well. And finally, at long last, the pain train will end. GG, well played. Sorry for this, Fota says. They were hoping to give the fans a better game, but give them credit for fighting to the end. They certainly deserve your respect. A lot of teams would have just tapped out almost immediately. Well, it's over. At long last, they can go and lick their wounds.
Yeah, and what a great game from No Titan that are really showing, like I said before, being a really strong team. Bulldog actually saying report Loda, I guess, since he was quite AFK, just going, farming, pushing his own lane, didn't want to fight while the rest of the team was fighting, but No Titan, they're really showing how strong they are, and it's a good game from them, and fota staying in there. Give them credits for that, at least.
Oh, man. That was painful. I actually feel, like, physically ill after watching that smackdown. No Tidehunter, keep on rolling right now in prime position to take that #1 seed at the Starladder LAN Finals coming up in Kiev, I believe, later this month. I'm LD. He's Wepass. If you enjoy our casting, be sure to follow us. Twitter.com/Wepass. WEPPAS_ as for me. Twitter.com LD Dota. You should hopefully be able to spell that if you watch Dota. Anyway, thanks, guys. Stay tuned. One last game coming up. It will feature Virtus Pro. That'll be our last match of the night.